Hey everyone, welcome back. I am doing a mid-year update. Back before the new year of 2022, I made a video about my goals for the year. I also made kind of like my debt status and where I was at. And I've been thinking a lot this past week just about where I stand financially and my goals and some unexpected, unforeseen type circumstances that I've fallen into, the choices I've made this year financially so far, and how I'm in a very different place than where I was at the beginning of the year. And I wanted to just give an update and kind of map out my thoughts, even for myself, and I guess just create a plan and kind of concretely put down where I'm at. So, if that's something that interests you, hi. If not, no big deal. I really feel like this is mostly for my own planning, but I don't know, maybe it could be helpful. Especially if you're the kind of person like me where things just don't really go as planned. Well, okay, some things have gone really well. Other things, not so much. I digress. Let me get started. All right, so first what I want to do is update on where my debt is. So I am happy to say that my debts to Luke and Sarah are completely paid off. So I owed my brother Luke, hang on, I can't write and think and talk at the same time. I owed my brother Luke $1,800 and I paid that off. I owed Sarah $750, I think. Yeah, and I paid that off too. Obviously, those are, debts I owed to people. They weren't accruing interest, but I felt really good about just like letting that weight go, having them paid off. So those are both done. All of my other debt is to some kind of institution or for a thing. So I'm going to list them largest to smallest. And when I was getting all of these totals and adding them up, I kind of like had a mini heart attack, but it's fine. Okay, so the biggest debt I owe, should I write the amount and then what it is? I don't know. All right, the biggest debt I owe are my student loans. And that amount is $21,616.98. As I mentioned in my last video, this is not one that bothers me at all because A, it's in forbearance. And to be honest, I mean, oh my God, if you hear a cat crying, it's just Jasper. He's being annoying. I truly do feel like, well, I don't want to say that. I'm going to jinx it. Never mind. I'm not saying anything. The other reason that I don't really care too much about this is because my grandparents give me money in the middle of every month that was originally for my student loans. So my student loan payment per month is like $262 or something. And back when I had to start paying these, they just transfer $300 into my account every month to cover that. And since the forbearance, they've still been transferring the money, and I've been very appreciative because I use that money for like things I need, like gas and groceries and just spending in general. So if and when student loan payments do start back up, I'm not worried because that money's there and some. So yes, I owe it. No, it doesn't bother me. All right, my next biggest amount is my car loan. And that is for $14,773.05. Just make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah. That one is also, it doesn't bother me because every time I look at it, it goes down. Like the last time I looked at it, it was like 16,000 something, and now it's already 14,000 something. Like it's a was it a 3-year loan or a 6-year loan? I want to say it was a 6-year loan. Yeah, I can't pay that off in 3 years probably, right? I don't know. Anyway, my monthly payment on it's like $370.79. Again, it's just that to me, a monthly payment. I know I have to pay it. It's not a big deal to me. Yeah, it's expensive, and yeah, I wish I didn't have to pay it, but at the same time, it is what it is. Not a priority, not affecting me greatly. All right, my next biggest debt is my SoFi loan. And that amount is $8,000. $586.24. So that was right before the new year, or right before Christmas even probably. I took out a $10,000 loan to pay off my credit cards. This is a 3-year loan. My monthly payments are like $336. Yes, I wish I didn't have to pay it. Yes, I suck with spending. It is what it is. I mean, like, it's done. It's taken out, I mean. Like, I can't undo that. It is what it is. My next two are kind of, I feel like, in the same ballpark. So we'll do this one first. So my Discover credit card. I owe $5,224.41. That is my current balance on that card. I don't even know what to say about that. I don't even think I want to. All right, moving on. My Zeal loan is, okay, so here's what so my Zeal loan is $5,000. That's what I took it out. Took it out? Sounds weird. My Zeal loan I took out for $5,000, and obviously there's interest on it. Jasper, no. I can't find the amount with interest. I think it's, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to make a guess and be wrong, but it's over $5,000. That's why I'm thinking it's similar to this, but ow. Anyway. Okay. And then my last debt, make sure I'm not missing any. Yep. My last debt is my MasterCard. Which I owe $707.24. Oh my. So, oh gosh, I don't even know. You know what? I'm not here for explanations. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Yeah. Okay. So all of that added up. Let me just double check because I did it earlier. Make sure we're on the same page here. 21,616.98 plus 14. Yep. All right, so $55,907.92. Which, if you take student loans out of the equation, which I just don't even, my brain can't even count them, $34,290.94. So, like, and some of that's my car loan, which I feel like I don't really count either. Okay, let me explain. As far as, like, my doing, I feel super guilty about all of this. I mean, as I should. This is all my fault. So I personally, with, like, my loans that I've taken off to pay my credit cards and just my credit card balances in general, $19,517. That's what I feel like I am, like, personally responsible. I mean, I'm personally responsible for it. And that fucking sucks. Like, I am extremely upset with it. And to be honest, like, I don't know. I don't know how to, it's not that I don't know how to live within my means. It's just, like, extremely fucking hard. It is so hard. Like, obviously to the point where I'm cycling. I had credit card balances and then I took out a loan to pay them back. And then, which felt amazing. Oh my God, to see the zero balances on all my credit cards was fucking amazing. And then I racked up my credit cards again and I took out a $5,000 loan. Couldn't even pay off the total. It just paid off most. And now I'm, like, back up at my max or my limit for my Discover credit card, and I started using my MasterCard again. Like, This is insanity. I'm like, how? I can't keep doing this. I can't keep taking out loans, and I'm wasting so much money and interest. Anyway, I'm just venting. I'm sorry. It's just super upsetting. So the things I've been thinking about this past week have been, how can I get myself back on track? How can I take the money I'm earning and use it to my advantage to, try and catch up, try and just like go back to a baseline of, yes, you have debts, like your student loans and your car loan, whatever, but you can still manage them and they're not completely overwhelming, and like you can still buy groceries and pay for gas and like, pay your bill. It's like everything's fine. You can still like do stuff. I need to get back to that point. And I know it's not going to be an overnight change. I know it's something that I'm going to have to consistently work towards. It's just hard. My mindset shifts between everything is stupid and pointless. Fuck it. I am just going to buy what I want and like, who cares? And then I go to like extremely frugal, trying to like live off of what I already have, selling everything I own, like that kind of mindset. And it's two extremes. Oh God, we're going to get into some therapy topics never mind. Everything is like all or nothing for me in everything, but especially with this too. I fluctuate between all or nothing. It's either all frugal and all no spending and all budget cuts where I can, or it's I don't give a fuck about anything. Here we go. Just spend. I think for me right now, it's okay that I'm on the like I'm back in my mindset of like save where I can. What is it? Today's Monday. No, today's Tuesday. I've been trying really hard to like not eat out, not DoorDash, not like spend extra money. And I've been pretty good for like the past few days, which sounds like nothing, but for me, it's a big deal. Like I haven't, gone to eat fast food, even when I really wanted to. Like I haven't DoorDash dinner, even when I really wanted to. Like I've been cooking. I don't know. That's a big thing for me. Or like last night, I was impulsively online shopping, but I didn't buy anything. I just like left it all in my cart and I was like, you know what, go to bed, do it in the morning. And then I woke up and I was like, thank fuck, because Jesus, like I don't need a new pair of Vans. I mean, I would love a new pair of Vans, but like I don't need it, Anyway, so that's my debt. I've been holding this cup of coffee and haven't sipped it. So here's the next part of what I want to do. I want to set a plan, or at least write down some concrete things that I can actively do to help me reach my goals. Because I feel like if I have certain like tangible steps to follow, it will help me. If there is like a clear outline of this is your problem, here's what you do, that's going to benefit me. If I stick to it is another story, but at least I have the framework. At least I have, whatever. So here are my current bills. I just rewrote this. Again, auto loan, that can't change. It is what it is. Burn, that's a reduced rate. I work there, so that's fine too. Car insurance is fine. SoFi loan is set. Zeal is set. My phone bill just went down to $16, which is great. It was at like $46, so big cut. Rent $780. We're gonna talk about rent in a second. Subscriptions, the only subscription I have right now is Spotify. Obviously not giving that up. Union, I went back and forth with this because in my last video, cash stuffing, I talked about how I don't need to be a part of the union and that I can just save $100 a month, and that is a big deal to save that much money a month and use that for what I need. And I went on the website today to like try and cancel, and I just really couldn't do it. Like my conscience won't let me. I think it's really important to be a part of the union, and it just is what it is. And I unfortunately can't save that money, but that's okay. It's going to something that's worthwhile and important, and that's fine. And then Wi-Fi, that is what it is too. So this is, I feel, stripped down. Like there's nothing on here I can change immediately that will help me. Let's talk about rent though, because that's something that I was thinking about today. As much as I would love to live on my own, and I think it's important to live on my own, like mentally, at the same time, financially, it doesn't help me meet my goals, and even mentally, it might not help me meet my goals. I lived on my own twice, and one of those times that I lived on my own was like a double-edged sword. It was my first time living on my own, and it was just like an amazing feeling of being free and like, you know, managing my own life. But it was also maybe a little bit toxic to myself as far as like, I don't know, cutting off social contact in certain situations that I probably needed it, indulging in things that I probably shouldn't have. I don't know, just like this whole laundry list of things that, like, you know, maybe you shouldn't be by yourself. So anyway, I think what my plan is, what should I title this? Plan. I think what I'm going to try and do, there's a few things. I'm thinking I'm going to live with someone. I have a few options going around in my head right now. I was thinking about maybe living with more than one person, like maybe 3 people total, like including me, 4 people total, including me. The only issue is finding that group of people and then having them also need to live or want to live in the same area that I also need to live in. There's a specific, like, 3 cities that I can live in, because they're between both of my jobs, and it's because it's like the area I want to be in and like need to be in for gas and stuff. Anyway, so finding a group of people or even a roommate who wants to live in that area is a challenge in and of itself, but it's a challenge that I've accepted because if I can lower my rent, like $780, I know is not that bad. That's my split rent. If I can lower my rent even more, that would help a lot. And then splitting bills, like splitting utilities 2-3 ways, 4 ways, oh, dream. That would be super beneficial as well. That's going to help me save money and put it towards credit cards, debt. Yeah. So I'm going to say, and my lease is up in mid-September. So I'm going to say find roommates. I'm going to put 2 to 4. 4 September move out. I texted a couple people today who I had like potential ideas with, that I just kind of left hanging because deep down, I just want to live alone. Like, I just want to be on my own and do my own thing and like have my own space. But you know what? I can suck it up and bite the bullet for a year. And like, I know socially, like, it's good for me. Like, it's good for me to be around people. Because if I didn't live with people, I'd probably like turn into another hermit. Or I should say a hermit again, like when I lived alone. But yeah, okay. So find roommates for September move out. That's gonna help me. That's gonna lower my rent. It's gonna help me lower my bills. It's also gonna help me lower gas money. I live far away from both of my jobs right now. Like, it doesn't make sense that I live where I live. So the area I'm looking to move towards, definitely gonna help there. Okay, so that's my first step of my plan. Second, I don't know if this is too vague or not. Cut excess spending wherever possible. So for me, that excess spending looks like, okay, perfect example. Last night, driving home, super hungry, wanted snacks. I could have very easily went to McDonald's or Taco Bell, right? Like, I almost did. Instead, I went home and I ate pickles and pretzels and hummus. Like, that's a money saver, because for me, it really adds up with like the frequency that I go out to eat. So cut excess spending wherever possible. So that for me, it's going to look like fast food and coffee. Shopping. God, shopping. So fun. Just so addicting. like online shopping especially, or just like, I don't know, impulse purchases. Maybe I'll put that. Like if I'm grocery shopping, like buying things that I don't need. So I'm just gonna put impulse buying. Okay. Other than that, I mean, I am doing good things. Like I have a second job. I have a second job and it doesn't pay a ton, but it definitely helps. Like it's extra money I wouldn't have had. I don't know how to draw a thumbs up, so I'll draw a smiley face. This weekend I'm cat sitting for my dad's old boss. She pays me very well. Like that's extra good money. I just made like a few Poshmark sales, like selling stuff I don't wear or I don't use, or things that I maybe bought that were a little expensive that, you know, I can't really afford to own right now. Just things like that. So working other jobs, making extra money, that's helping me a lot. Let's see. Honestly, I think those are the biggest things. My money is what it is. I'm a teacher. I make a certain amount of money. Obviously, teachers don't make shit. I have a second job. I mean, all of the other things are up to me, like cutting my excess spending and lowering my bills. So that's where I'm at. And I don't know. I feel like it's so hard, especially because I'm 27 years old. This is going into my 5th year of teaching. I feel like right now in my life, I should have financial stability. I should have like a savings account. I should have, I don't know, just more, I guess stability is the word, just more stability than what I have. And I don't. And it's hard when other people, either like around my same age or even younger or even a little bit older, it's like I see them and I equate their stability or their like, you know, perceived stability as such success, which it is in a sense. But at the same time, like, I don't know, I have to remind myself, like, I've been paying for myself for a very long time. And I went through I was about to say my early 20s of spending, but it's still true. So I'm just going to say I've been through and I'm going through a time in my life where like spending is just a really persistent issue for me, and I'm very fortunate to have my grandparents help me out a ton. I cannot believe, I don't even know where I'd be at like with debt and stuff if they haven't been helping me. So I don't know. My circumstances are what they are, and this is, you know, all I can be doing is trying my best, and obviously I'll fail. I failed before, I will fail again, but I'm staying consistent, like as far as keeping up with, I don't know, keeping up with just having it on my radar. I don't know if that makes sense. Like even if it's not perfect, it's still something I'm thinking about and goals that I have. And sometimes success is not a straight line. Actually, I don't think success is ever a straight line. No one's fucking perfect. God, I'm such a good motivator. Okay, me. All right, this video is super long, so why do I keep picking this up and not drinking it? Hang on. Ugh, cold. Anyway. Okay, so I don't know that I'll make another video like this for a while. I feel like this is a good check-in to have twice a year, like once at the beginning or the end and, you know, once in the middle. None of these are really going to change that much unless I, you know, fucking fall into a windfall of money, which, you know, I doubt. Should I knock on wood? No. But anyway, unless anything major changes, you know, this is how it is. And I'll give another big update at the end of the year. In September, when I move out, I will definitely update on where I'm living and my bills and things like that, because that'll all be a part of my cash stuffing. And I'm going to cling to this number 2 as tightly as I can for as long as possible. I know that I go in cycles. I know that this mindset will be for a while, and then I'm going to go back into the nothing matters, fuck everything mindset. I'm just hoping that I can have the stamina and the realization that that is not going to help me towards my long-term goals the longer I stay in it. Like, I can't deny myself everything because then I'm gonna bust, right? I'm gonna literally just run in the opposite direction. But anyway, okay, I'm done rambling. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next cash stuffing, which will be on Saturday, June 25th. Also, I just got my air fixed. Bless. Okay, bye.